So, Kyle, we have a question from the audience. Mr. Bass has been sounding the alarm for years on China purchasing land near our military spots in the U.S. Can we get a current update from him? And obviously, with the spy balloon, it's topical.
On the strategic purchases of assets in the U.S., I happen to have literally stumbled upon General Soon, who is the wealthiest man in Xinjiang, where the genocide and crimes against humanity are happening in China. I happened to stumble upon him buying more than 100 square miles of land between the Texas border and the U.S.'s most active military Air Force training base. And for some reason, some way that got through, that fell through the cracks here. And that just opened up Pandora's box, trying to understand why on earth we would allow PLA generals to acquire property near our most interesting training bases, which of course, even to the layperson, sounds insane. China has been able to infiltrate and really expand in every nook and cranny of the openness of the United States. And I think that you see, with the advent of the spy balloon being over our Minuteman launch sites, which are our most strategic nuclear launch sites, I think we're starting to realize that China is not our friend and that we need to protect ourselves from a national security perspective. I helped.
Did he buy this under a false name, or that we didn't know, or he bought it and it was very open that he was buying it? Was there any?
That's a great question. What they do, what the Chinese, MSS, the PLA, and call it Chinese SOEs writ large do is they set up, in this case, a Delaware corporation. They named it GH America. The Chinese company had something to do with GH Guangzhou Limited, and so they named it GH America. So it was a U.S. American vehicle funded with U.S. dollars. And they got a beard, they got a proxy, let's just say a less than scrupulous businessman to front for them and go out and acquire a number, 10, 12 different big properties that they were aggregating to one another. And then this person flipped them all to the Chinese entity all in one transaction. And yet somehow that stands. And this Chinese general is building a runway, a center there. And just think about this. He wants to build 700-foot tall windmills. Well, that's super interesting because number one, the wind value down there, let's say on a scale of 1 to 10 is a 4. And if you and I were putting up a windmill, we'd want to be where it's an 8 or a 9. So that's one question. But when you put up a 700-foot tall windmill, imagine something as tall as the Washington Monument with over-the-top mapping software on it. They can map anything within 50 or 60 miles of that node within 1-inch squares of let's just say accuracy. So this is just, do you think the Chinese government allows U.S. even private industry to go buy land near their military installations? It doesn't happen. So we need to engage in reciprocity. I think that would be I'm
100% agreement.
What we should be doing.